have been sharing my traction alopecia journey on YouTube, and I remember one of the videos that I made, someone commented, I don't even remember which video it was. I was telling a story and somebody commented and said to me, I need to stop blaming the braiders for my traction alopecia and blame myself. So that's why I decided to do this video, because I have been thinking about it, like, who is to blame for my traction alopecia? Is it me or is it the braider? I know the very easy and simple answer will be to blame myself, but let's analyze this. So if you want to see how I analyze this, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Leave all questions and comments down below, and you can even follow me on Instagram at Matiana. Let's get to it. I got my hair braided and I kept it in for about 2 months and a half. When I took the braids out, my hairline came out, and that was the first time I ever saw my hairline thin out like that, and I was so worried about it and I couldn't stop talking about it. I mentioned it to one of my aunties and she said, don't worry about it, it will grow back. So when I heard that, I never complained again. My hairline grew back and it was never an issue anymore. Back then I did get my hair braided, but I didn't get it braided back to back. I would braid it for 2 months, 2 months and a half, and then maybe like 6 months or 8 months or a year later get it braided again. So I was getting my hair braided maybe just once or twice a year, and I was wearing my own hair most of the time. Truly, when my auntie said that my hair did grow back, I did have my hairline back, life was good. So fast forward, I graduated high school. I came to the US. I didn't have money to do my hair, but I finally ended up getting a little jobs here and there, and I was able to afford to get my hair braided, because to get your hair braided in the hair salon is very expensive, at least according to me and according to how much I was making back then. It was very expensive. It was like $180. When I went to the hair salon to get like my hair nicely braided in a braiding shop, it was like $180, and I had to buy the hair. I had to provide my own hair. I remember going to the hair salon and getting my hair in cornrows, like 20 cornrows going back, and it didn't cost that much. But to get like these micro braids, these styles that reminded me of the styles that I used to wear living in Togo, the minimum price for me was $180. Although I looked like a bum, I looked like I didn't have any money, people thought I could still afford $180. I saved up my money and got my hair done. After getting my hair done a couple of times, I realized that my hairline was thinning, and like my auntie said, it will grow back. So I always had that in mind, and truly it kept growing back. And then one time it felt like it was thin. Although it was growing back, I can still notice that it was thinning. So I went to the hair salon, and this woman wanted to braid my hair, and I told her, no, do not braid my hairline because it's thinning. And she was like, no, I'm not gonna braid it tight. You know, I'm known for saving people edges. I mean, she talked me into it, and then I let her do it, which was like one of the greatest mistake of my hairline journey, because she was the braider that today I can still remember her, because after her braiding my hairline, the hair kind of thinned out significantly. I remember I wouldn't stop looking in the mirror, and I kept on putting product and waiting for it to grow back. And then as time go by, I kept on thinking it will grow back. I kept on waiting that it will grow back. So by the time I realized that I have done some serious damage, my hairline will never grow back, it was too late. It didn't matter what I did. It didn't matter what magic oil I put on there. It wasn't growing until I suspected I was having traction alopecia, and then I was diagnosed with traction alopecia. So this woman said I should blame myself, but I didn't have any knowledge of hair. I mean, I didn't know anything about hair. All what my auntie told me is it will grow back, and it truly grew back. So it was growing back, you know, and I always thought it was always going to grow back, to grow back, to grow back, to grow back. I was counting on that. So when my hair was being destroyed, I was going to the professional hair salon So who's to blame for it? I didn't have a lot of knowledge. I was ignorant when it came to the stuff like that. So now when I think back, I can't help to think that none of these people that were braider, that were licensed braider, had businesses. Nobody has ever said to me, ma'am, let's be careful because your hairline is thinning out. It could cause traction alopecia. Your hair may never grow back. I never got the education for any of the braiders that I went to. I didn't go to too many braiders. A lot of the time I have one braider doing my hair for a period of time, and things happen, people move, people, you know, things happen, people move, I move, and then I go to someone else for a period of time. So if I'm spending this much time with you and you have never educated me, so they never educated me about my hairline. Nobody ever said be careful your hairline. They just kept on braiding my hair until it was thinning. By the time I realized that something is not right, it was too late for me. The traction alopecia was there. So I had to end up educating these people that I don't have a hairline because of the constant braids. So I don't know if the braiders knew I was suffering from traction alopecia, but they wanted the money, they wanted the business, so they decided to keep quiet. And if that's the case, that's really sad, because in the long run, now today I'm no longer a client of them. They're not making money off of me. And if they have done that to several of their clients, they lost all that business. You're the one with a license, you're the one with a braiding license, you're the one with a business, all the documents to have a business. You're supposed to be the expert in this, a braider, and you weren't able to educate me on what I was going through and what could potentially happen to my hairline. I have to say that I am blaming the braider. Now with the YouTube and the whole natural hair community, I'm watching so many braiders that are so knowledgeable about hair. They're educating their clients, teaching them and recommending styles that will best fit their hairline. And fortunately for me, I didn't have braiders that could educate me. My fault is I just didn't know that traction alopecia was a thing. I mean, I didn't know any of that. I was truly clueless. By the time I realized it was traction alopecia, I already had it. And today I have the knowledge, but I didn't have it back then. So I mean, I don't know how I could blame myself if I didn't know. Maybe I should blame my ignorance for my traction alopecia. That's the blame I can put on myself. I just didn't know. So I can blame my traction alopecia on the fact that I was ignorant. I was ignorant to what I was doing to my hair, to my hairstyle. I was ignorant to the traction alopecia. I wasn't knowledgeable about it. So I can blame that on me. But I was going to a licensed professional. So I blame them too, because I never got education from any of them to this day. So who do I blame for my traction alopecia? I blame myself for my lack of knowledge, but more importantly, I do blame the braiders. This is it for my video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.